Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Recessions don't destroy people. Unprepared people get destroyed by recessions. Every time the economy shakes, headlines scream, markets drop, layoffs begin, and millions act surprised. But the signs, the signals, the warnings, they were there. The truth is, the people who rise during recessions are not lucky. They are ready. And if you study the mindset of top financial leaders, people who manage trillions, who survive crashes, who stay calm when everyone else panics, you'll notice something. They don't wait for the storm. They prepare before the clouds turn dark. This is the pre-recession checklist most people miss. And if you ignore this, the next downturn won't just be the economy's problem. It will be your emergency. One, stop acting rich. Start being financially strong. Before every recession, there's a period of fake confidence. People upgrade phones, bigger cars, bigger houses, is stacking like dominoes. It feels like progress. But when income slows or stops, lifestyle becomes a prison. Strong people don't focus on looking rich. They focus on being unbreakable. Ask yourself, if money stopped coming in for 6 months, would your life collapse? If the answer is yes, you don't have wealth, you have expenses wearing a disguise. Before a recession hits, your mission is simple: lower fixed costs, kill unnecessary subscriptions, delay luxury upgrades. Freedom is not about what you can buy, it's about what you don't have to pay for. Cash is not lazy, cash is power. In boom times, people laugh at cash. Invest everything. Money sitting is money dying. But when markets fall 30%, 40%, 50%, cash becomes king. Cash is not just money, it is time, options, and control. Cash means you don't sell investments in panic, you don't borrow at high interest, you don't beg for extensions, you wait calm, patient, dangerous. Recessions are discount seasons for the prepared. Assets go on sale, opportunities appear, businesses can be bought, skills can be learned, but only if you have breathing room. No cash, no choices to desperation. 3, your job is not security, your skills are. Most people think, I'm safe, I have a job. No, a job is a contract, a skill is an asset. Companies cut costs during recessions. They don't cut valuable people, they cut replaceable roles. So the question isn't, do you have a job? The real question is, if this job disappeared tomorrow, would the market fight to hire you? Upgrade skills before fear enters the room. Learn what companies pay more for during hard times. Problem solvers, revenue generators, efficiency builders, people who save money or make money. If you're not growing, you're quietly becoming expensive. 4, debt is fun until it isn't. Debt feels harmless when money flows. But during downturns, debt turns into a chokehold. Interest doesn't pause. Banks don't panic with you. Bills don't care about your situation. Before a recession, pay off high-interest debt aggressively. Avoid new long-term liabilities. Don't trap your future income. The goal is simply enter the storm light, not loaded. A small boat survives waves better than a heavy ship full of unnecessary weight. 5, your network becomes your lifeline. When times are good, people network for status. When times are bad, people network for survival. Opportunities in recessions don't come from job portals. They come from conversations. Stay connected. Help people before you need help. Be known for value. When companies hire less, they hire people they trust. Isolation is expensive in a downturn. Relationships are recession insurance. 6, control emotions. That's the real edge. Recessions don't just test wallets, they test minds. Fear spreads faster than facts. People sell at the bottom. They freeze when opportunity knocks. They follow panic crowds. The biggest winners in recessions are not the smartest, they are the calmest. When others shout crisis, prepared people whisper opportunity. Train your mind now. Limit panic media. Think long term. Remember, economies fall, recover, and grow again. Emotional control is a financial weapon. 7, recessions reward builders, not complainers. Every downturn creates new millionaires, not because times are easy, but because competition disappears. People quit, people freeze, people wait. Builders move. They learn new skills, start small businesses, invest when prices are low, solve new problems. Recessions clear the field. If you are ready, it becomes your runway. 8, your biggest risk is doing nothing. Most people hear warnings and say, I'll deal with it later. Later becomes too late. Preparation doesn't feel urgent until it's critical. You don't build a roof in the rain, you build it in the sun. The difference between panic and power in a recession is one word: before layoffs, before credit tightens, before markets drop, before fear spreads. Final truth, the economy moves in cycles. Boom, slowdown, recovery, repeat. You cannot stop the cycle, but you can decide your position when the cycle turns. Will you be over-leveraged, stressed, dependent? Or will you be liquid, skilled, calm, ready? The next recession is not a question of if, it's a question of who will be prepared when it arrives. And the people who win won't be louder, they'll be smarter earlier. So don't wait for headlines to scare you into action. Move now. Because when the storm hits, it's too late to build the boat, where fortunes are quietly built. Listen carefully. Most people think recessions are periods to survive. That's why they stay stuck. But the people who understand money at the highest level know something different. Recessions are transfer seasons. Wealth doesn't disappear. It changes hands, sets move from the emotional to the prepared, from the overconfident to the disciplined, from the impatient to the patient. The question is not, will the economy suffer? The real question is, who will be holding cash, courage, and clarity when everyone else is holding fear? 9, opportunities hide inside problems. During boom times, easy money hides inefficiency. Bad businesses survive. Average workers stay employed. Weak ideas get funded. But when the economy tightens, reality returns. And that's where opportunities appear. When companies cut budgets, they look for ways to save money, ways to increase revenue, ways to automate, ways to do more with less. If you can solve those problems, you don't chase money. Money chases you. Recessions reward people who ask ye, where are people losing money? Where are businesses struggling? What pain just became urgent? That's where new businesses are born, not from comfort, from necessity. 10. Skill stacking beats job titles. In good times, job titles impress people. In hard times, versatility feeds people. A recession exposes one-trick professionals. But the people who combine skills become unstoppable. Example, not just marketing, marketing plus data, not just coding, coding plus business thinking, not just sales, sales plus digital tools. Skill stacking creates leverage. Companies don't want employees who just do tasks. They want people who can fix, improve, adapt. The more problems you can solve, the harder it is to remove you. 11. The market punishes ego. Before every downturn, people feel smart. Profits make them confident. Easy wins make them careless. Then the market humbles everyone. Ego says, things will bounce back fast. I'll double down with borrowed money. I can't lose. Discipline says, protect first, survive first, live to invest another day. Recessions don't just expose bad finances. They expose bad thinking. Stay humble, stay defensive, stay patient. 12, your lifestyle should not depend on optimism. This is where most people fail. They build a life that only works if everything goes right, if bonuses come, if business stays strong, if the market keeps rising. That's not stability, that's hope. And hope is not a financial strategy. Smart people design lives that still function when things go wrong. Lower break-even point, multiple income sources, emergency fund. You don't need a perfect economy. You need a flexible life. 13. Recessions build mental toughness. Hard times create a fork in the road. Some people become victims. Others become veterans. Veterans of downturns develop calm under pressure, better decision-making, risk awareness, long-term thinking. After surviving one recession wisely, you never panic the same way again. It's like financial combat training. Painful. Yes, valuable, priceless. 14. Time in the market beats timing the market. Here's the mistake people make. They invest when markets are high because it feels safe. They stop investing when markets fall because it feels scary. That's backwards. Recessions are when future returns are planted. The goal is not to guess the exact bottom. The goal is to stay employed or earning, keep investing steadily, avoid panic selling. Wealth is built by staying in the game. The people who exit in fear miss the recovery. And recovery is where fortunes are made. 15, don't just protect money, protect energy. Financial stress destroys focus. Focus builds opportunity. That's why preparation isn't only about money. It's about reducing mental pressure. If you lower debt, build savings, control expenses, you don't just protect your wallet. You protect your ability to think clearly when others can't. And clarity in chaos is an unfair advantage. 16, the quiet move before the noise. By the time news channels shout, RCC full, smart people are already positioned. They moved months earlier. They didn't wait for proof. They read patterns. They respected risk. By the time panic becomes public, preparation becomes private profit. 17, this is not a fear message. It's a power message. This isn't about doom. It's about positioning. Recessions are part of the system. Like winter in nature, winter doesn't mean life ends. It means only the prepared thrive. And just like seasons, spring always returns. But spring rewards those who survived winter. The moves you make during the recession. Now the storm has arrived. Headlines are negative. Markets are shaking. Layoffs are happening. Fear is loud. This is where most people go into defense mode. But the people who truly understand money, they switch into strategy mode, because once a recession starts, the game changes. And if you know the moves, this is where lives quietly transform. 18. Rule 1, survival first, growth second. You cannot build wealth if you don't survive the storm. So the first mission is stability. Protect income, protect savings, protect mental focus, cut non-essentials immediately, delay big purchases, extend your runway. Think like this: how many months can I operate without new income? That number is your power level. The longer you can survive, the more patient you can be, and patience is the highest return strategy in a downturn. 19. When everyone freezes, you learn. During recessions, distractions disappear. Less travel, less spending, less social noise. This is prime skill building season. While others scroll fear-based news, you learn AI tools, improve communication, understand investing, study business models, build side income streams. Recessions create time, and time used correctly becomes future income. 20, asset prices fall, emotions fall faster. Here's the mistake people make. They think falling prices mean danger. Prepared investors think discount. Stocks drop, real estate slows, businesses sell cheaper. The world doesn't end, ownership just gets cheaper. You don't go all in blindly, you invest steadily, carefully, patiently. You don't chase the exact bottom, you collect value while fear sells it to you. 21, career survival strategy. If you're employed, this is not the time to be average. Become essential. Ask your boss, what problems can I solve? Where can I help save costs? What extra responsibility can I take? Visibility to usefulness, job security, and if layoffs happen, move fast, update skills, network aggressively, freelance temporarily, adapt. Income flow matters more than ego. 22, business owners, this is your advantage season. Weak competitors disappear in recessions. Ad costs often fall. Talent becomes available. Suppliers become flexible. If you manage cash wisely, you can grow while others shrink. Focus on core profitable products, cash flow, customer retention, survive first, then expand while the field is empty. 23, emotional control, financial control. The recession is not just outside, it's inside minds. People lose money not from bad strategy, but from panic decisions, selling low, quitting early, freezing in fear. The winners are calm, they understand markets fall, markets recover, cycles repeat. History shows recoveries create more wealth than crashes destroy. 24. This is where identities change. Every recession creates two groups. People who say, that period ruined me, and people who say, that period changed my life. Same economy, different preparation, different mindset. Hard times reveal who you really are, and they give you the chance to become stronger than you imagined. 25. The recession ends before fear ends. Here's the secret most people miss. By the time the news says recovery has begun, markets have already risen. Opportunities have already moved. That's why the real move is act while it still feels uncomfortable. Confidence comes late. Profits come early. 26. The people who win think long-term. Short-term thinkers ask at when will this end? Long-term thinkers ask ye, what position will I be in when it does? Every smart move during a recession is for future you. Skills built now, investments made now, discipline built now. These become unfair advantages in the next boom. Final message. A recession is not a monster. It is a filter. It filters out overconfidence, weak planning, emotional decisions, and it rewards preparation, patience, discipline, learning. The next economic boom will come. It always does. The only question is, when that boom arrives, will you still be recovering, or will you be ready to rise? Because the people who win the next expansion are the ones who prepared before the contraction, and now you know the checklist most people miss.